And we're going to do this activity real quickly. What I want you to do at the beginning is not talk to anybody, don't look at anybody, just follow the directions on this sheet.
No.
Okay. So, see? Pick it up with one finger and you twist it twice.
Oh, I wasn't twisting it.
You gotta twist it. And then you gotta go through and pull it. And then you let go. Okay?
That's pretty good.
Do you need to see it one more time? Okay. You got it so? You're gonna take this finger and pull and twist your finger twice. Okay? So it's twisted here. And then you're gonna take this finger and grab it, if I can get it, and pull it through the loop. Okay, so it looks kind of like a butterfly almost, and then you let these two drop. And you've got the witch's broom. Okay? Okay. So, what were your first thoughts when I asked you to do this? What were you thinking? Did you prefer to just do this by yourself, or did it help to work with somebody else, or to talk to somebody, or to see it done? See it done, all of those things. Okay. Do you even understand why you're being asked to do this? Yeah. Were you frustrated? Were you really frustrated? Like, a piece of string is going to defeat me? Yeah. And how did you feel when you wanted to ask for help? And then how did you feel when you actually needed to see it actually done? And how much that helped? You were kind of a little bit relieved, right? Okay. All right, we will get back to this in a bit. I really like this quote. One of the things that I'm going to talk about this afternoon really is building on students' strengths and their talents, and demonstrate how through advising we actually do this in the academic advising realm. And I think all of us are like this. We tend to thrive when somebody compliments or acknowledges something positive versus something negative. What we're doing with advising, and which I think all of us as educators tend to do, is really help students try to identify their strengths and their talents and move the conversation from where they've been to what they're going to be. Isn't that really our role? Studies have shown actually that if you're targeting your weaknesses and trying to fix that, you can spend a lot of time doing that and never really break even. But if you build on your talents and target those things, you'll go further. So we're really doing a shift in perspective here, and not so much from our perspective with advising. We're not trying to focus on the failures of a student as much as we are on trying to promote their success. And to demonstrate that, I wanted to give you kind of some quick data on the early alert grades. How many of you are teaching 1 and 200 level classes? Okay. And we ask you to submit grades around the 5th, 6th week of the semester, each semester. And here's the data from the spring term. What we're showing here is that the students who had grades below a C, the C- and below, actually did much, much better by getting that initial feedback. And why I think that's really helpful to me is we've had what we call success advisors and other advisors in the colleges, as well as folks in the residence halls, help us over the last 2 semesters meet individually with students who show up on the early alert list with 2 or more grades below a C. And what we're doing with those students is really talking to them about their strengths getting them to the resources like the Math and Science Resource Center, writing tutorial services, any of the other things that might help them be successful. And I was thrilled. I just got this data late last week, and I was thrilled to see the results. The students who had grades reported with a C or better at the 5th or 6th week, we didn't touch them, but look what's happened. They didn't fare quite as well as the students who were able to raise their grades. We're still crunching the numbers and trying to figure out what all of this means, because it's the first time we've really looked at it in this depth. But I think the indication to me is that we need to keep doing what we're doing and reaching out to students and really talking to them about their strengths, because that's what's going to make the difference. All of us have certain talents that we're born with. Those are things, or that they evolve over time. But what we're trying to teach students from the advising perspective is that they need to invest in their strengths and their talents in order to be successful. That's how they're going to build those strengths. And then our next step, and Kim Herbert's going to talk about this in a bit, about learning styles, is to actually help students bridge that connection so that they see the differences or see how they can apply those talents and strengths to the classroom, to what you as a faculty member are expecting in the learning process. We're here to develop lifelong learners, and so we're trying to teach students how to be a learner, bottom line. So how do we do this? I have some graduates here of our Master Advisor Certificate Program. Can you guys stand up real quick? We've got quite a few here. Yep. All these guys. Jennifer Yunkin, who's sitting back here, and Marina Hill-Bartos. Marina's back there. They're actually both award winners and Kim is an award winner, and we've got Morgan Morrison also, who are our first advising award winners this past year. And they're all very valuable resources about how they've been able to incorporate the advising as teaching philosophy into what we do at the outset with students. So please take some time to attend that session or talk with them about that. Dr. Lisa Hall is going to be talking with our first-year academic enhancement and enrichment programs that we're going to be doing through the Learning Commons and through the Student Success Center, and just some of the things that are coming down the pike to help students, especially in the first year. I think a lot of the conversations we've had with students is them not making those connections between why they're learning certain things in their general education courses and how those things will apply to lifelong learning as well as their upper division courses. So I think that conversation is going to be really interesting. So I hope you can attend that one. And Billie, I'm not sure Billie's here yet. Billie Cook is the first-year advisor in the College of Business, and she's going to be talking about those transition issues that first-year students particularly experience coming from high school. And actually, the work that we do, G.W. Thompson and Jose Ramos here from the Center for Major Exploration, they do a lot of work, as well as the other advisors, trying to help students determine what their academic and career goals will be, or should be, based on their strengths and their talents. So it's really kind of tying that whole picture together. And so I know they're not on the panel, but you might want to get to meet them as well. They're doing really good work there. So, okay, let's go back to the Broom then. Knowing that students go through all of these same feelings and emotions as they're learning something new in your classroom or even outside the classroom, I think sometimes for us it helps to just know that that's what's happening with a student. And when you're working with a student that you see is struggling or is not performing well, knowing that you can refer them to the Student Success Center or one of the advising centers in the colleges. I just wanted to take this opportunity to kind of highlight that we do have these resources on campus to help students succeed, and that, you know, if you do have a student, that's what you can do. We're this fall going to be launching an advisor@odu.edu email address that if you run into an issue with a student and you think we can help them, that you can email us and we will reach out to that student and get them in for some counseling or advising or whatever it might take to get them, to help them be successful. Sometimes it's really just difficult for a student to know what their strengths are, or to even know what their talents are. They come in really confused sometimes, or they come in and pick a major because somebody has said, you should do this, you're going to make more money to do that. And sometimes just having somebody to talk through with, ideas with, that's what we're here for. So I hope you can take advantage of all of these things this afternoon too. Thank you. That's it. So, I see people still fooling with the string. That'll happen all afternoon. So.